tough choices are ahead of us. First, we had Austringer, then that got sunsetted, and then we're all excited when Grasp of Avarice came out with the ability to farm Eyasluna, which is known as Austringer 2.0. So now that we have both together at the same time, which one should you use? What's going on, YouTube? Matty here, and today I want to go over two amazing hand cannons that we are lucky enough to have together at the same time, and to decide which one you should use. Let's start with Austringer. Now, how we got this weapon before it was sunsetted was through one of my and many Guardians' favorite game mode, the Menagerie. This allowed you to fill a chalice with 3 slots to specifically choose what you wanted to get at the end. Did you want a hand cannon that is guaranteed to have a range masterwork? You got it. Sniper with a reload speed masterwork? Yup. It was amazing, and I really hope to see that type of focused grind again in the future, as it made that activity not only more fun, but far more rewarding, as you didn't have to spend an entire day grinding for something that you may get one drop of. We've all been there. Now, Austringer stat-wise, we're looking at a 140 adaptive frame hand cannon. The role we will be using for today's video will have ricochet rounds, snapshot, rangefinder, and a range masterwork. I must admit, this was pretty close to one of the roles I wanted to craft for this hand cannon, so I'm pretty happy in the meantime. You can farm for this weapon in the Castlum destination on the Leviathan on the moon. If you've seen our previous videos on how to farm for opulent keys, this is going to be one of the ways to get it, but that way's a bit more RNG based. Once you reach level 16 on the Castlum, you head to the helm and speak to the giant Callous Head to upgrade the node so that you can focus Umbrals for opulent weapons. And finally, the third way to get this hand cannon is by getting all red borders completed. For Austringer, you need 5 deep side resonances completed. This just means get 5 red border Austringers, use them until it fills the bar, and then collect the resonance. Once that's done, head over to the Enclave on Savathun's world, and now you can craft this beautiful, beautiful hand cannon. Now, using this in PvP, it felt amazing. I'm not sure if it's because I have missed this hand cannon dearly, but it just felt phenomenal to use. With the fact that it does go into the kinetic slot, allows you to also pair this with the newest sniper Beloved, which I'm also so in love with. Now, you obviously do not have to use this with a sniper. You're welcome to use your favorite shotgun, not Fellwinter's, and can even dabble with the newest SMGs or lightweight frames they just recently added as well. We'll get into more of those weapons later on this month. Overall, this hand cannon truly feels like a 10 out of 10. If you saw our Austringer YouTube video from a few days ago, you will see the truly great rolls this can come with, and with being such a small pool of perks, getting a god roll won't take you forever. But with weapon crafting, you never have to worry about RNG drops again. I'm so sorry I have to say it again, guys. I just love the weapon crafting system, and that this gun is part of it. Again, a quick note for those that may not have seen, but if you want to hit level 16 fast at the Castlum, watch our fast opulent key farm video and pair that with getting as many bounties done as possible. Moving on to Eyasluna. Now, this was a Destiny 1 classic. This was one of the best hand cannons in Destiny 1, and when it came to Destiny 2, everyone was justifiably excited. The way you farmed for it back in D1 was RNG when doing any classic quick play game modes. Today, however, we get to farm it far more easily in the newest Grasp of Avarice dungeon. Honestly, one of my favorite dungeons with lots of trolls coming from Bungie, so if you haven't gone in there with your friends, now is the time. It's a really easy dungeon and takes no time at all. I also made a video on how to run 2-minute farms on the final boss, so if you haven't checked that out, I'll link that down below as well. So let's get into the role we're using for Eyasluna. We have armor piercing rounds, rangefinder, kill clip, and a range masterwork. This was the closest role I have to my Austringer role to make it feel closer together. And if you haven't picked up on it yet, both of these hand cannons look identical. When I took Eyasluna into PvP, it just felt crisp and really nice. I have been going back and forth between maining my trusty palindrome and this Eyasluna last season. Sometimes this feels good to use, and other times it just doesn't feel quite right. It's tough to say because I want to find the words, but I just can't. Sometimes I can dink all the heads and it feels really nice, and other times I just can't hit the broadside of a Born. It's something I don't really feel as often with my palindrome. Eyasluna has about the same exact range as Austringer depending on the roles, but more or less, these two hand cannons can be confused with each other quite easily. Eyasluna can roll with some amazing perks, much like its counter Austringer. If you want to get a full breakdown of Eyasluna, I'll link that down below to make it easier. Now, when comparing these two side by side stat wise, we see something that makes you wonder why Bungie brought these two back at the same time. Both hand cannons have the same impact of 84, with Eyasluna having slightly more range, but the damage drop-off being nearly identical. Handling and aim assistance being also nearly identical. So where do these two hand cannons truly shine and differ? Well, that's going to mainly be in the rolls that you can get. Austringer has the ability to get one of the best hand cannon PvP rolls possible, of Eye of the Storm and Opening Shots. Eyasluna, on the other hand, can get Snapshot Rangefinder or Rapid Hit Snapshot, but depending on your playstyle, may not be your god roll. Another advantage that the new Austringer has, it's the newest perk called In Excess. Upon getting a final blow with this weapon while your super is full, grants you bonus strength and discipline for a moderate duration. Now guys, don't get me wrong, this isn't a godly perk, nor am I praising it, but it adds like a little sprinkle of salt on some scrambled eggs. I'd rather have it than not, but it's not a deal breaker. Now, with all that info, where does my vote stand? Well, this one's pretty easy for me, guys. Austringer is the clear winner due to feeling better in the hands for myself in a PvP environment. The rolls you can get are just phenomenal, as well as, and this is the largest reason, this is the only hand cannon that you can craft. That's right. You can literally get whatever roll you wish once the borders are completed. That is really cool, as you can put really cool mementos on it, as this is a craftable weapon. Guys, I'm pretty excited to start crafting this season, as there are now more weapons that I'm actually interested in. Are you team Eyasluna? Are you team Austringer? Let me know down below which team you're on and the roles that you're actually going for. Well, guys, that is everything. I hope this helped you pick on which hand cannon to start farming for, and whichever you choose, I have the guides to farm them a little bit easier. So, as always, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys on the next one!